Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
And you are tuned into Our Plugs, a community connection where culture, commerce, and community come together on one powerful platform.
Absolutely. This is a show that connects Black and minority-owned businesses, nonprofit organizations, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and change makers all in one place. We don't just talk, we build, we uplift, and we plug you into the resources that help our community grow.
Yep. From business ownership and financial empowerment to mental health, education, arts, culture, and justice, this is a space where real conversations meet real solutions.
I know that's right. So wherever you're listening, whether it's from home, at work, or on the move, stay locked in because you're officially plugged into Our Plugs, the community connection.
Now let's get into today's show. Good morning, Holly Springs, Mississippi. Good morning, Memphis, Tennessee. Good evening, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Today is our How's Your Mental Health show. Today we're talking about asthma and food allergies awareness. And considering we have a man who has a worm in his brain, it is best that we get into this conversation. Y'all know who I'm talking about, the man that sounds like this. RFK, Junior, the guy that, anywho, I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole. Good morning. I want to say good morning to my co-host this morning. We've got Counselor Nikki and Mrs. Jack showing up and showing out. They are co-hosting with your girl this morning as Miss Morningstar enjoys her family. Good morning, ladies. How are you? Go ahead and come off mute. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
It's good to, we got a bit of an echo, Counselor Nikki. Say something again. Yeah, you might need to drop and come right back. Yeah, we've got a bit of an echo, but yeah, go ahead and drop and come back.
I'll be back.
All righty. Miss Jack, how you doing this morning, honey?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. It's another day. You really can't complain. Once God wakes you up, it's your turn.
Hey, you better say that.
Use it or lose it. Okay, use it or lose it.
Some people don't get a turn. Wait a minute.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're going to appreciate the turn that we have right now. I said turn and my camera completely turned. Can you think something?
I thought you was turning it around.
That wasn't me. That's technology, baby. Technology has a mind of its own. Let me not touch nothing else.
You know the phone is listening.
Look, the phone needs to mind its business. I know I'm not the only one to tell Siri to get out my business. Because Siri will pick up any second. But yes, good morning, honey. It is good to see you.
It's good to see you guys. I hope y'all had a wonderful Mother's Day.
It was nice. I went to the gravesite and sat there and talked to my mama and let some things out that had been building up. It felt good. It was like I was telling on everybody.
You went to your mama and snitched?
I sure did. Sure did. I'm still.
Let me tell you what they is doing down here, mama. I know you see it.
I know. That's exactly, mama, let me tell you. But it was a good Mother's Day. My kids, they are wonderful. I have wonderful kids. They're crazy like their mama, but they're wonderful, yes. And it was a good, relaxing day. How about, I know you were go visit your mother-in-law. How was that?
We had a good time. It was needed.
Yeah.
I didn't need to be by myself is what I realized. I needed to be around other people. We had we had a barbecue and they actually saw some family that they hadn't seen in a while. So it turned into something my husband wanted to do and it came into fruition without even trying.
That's wonderful. Don't you love when that happens?
Yes, it was good.
And I know you've had that good Louisiana food. I'm jealous.
Oh, honey. Yes, we brought back some gumbo with us.
Look, bragging is never allowed. I don't even hear about it. If I can't get a bowl, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Sorry. How was your Mother's Day, Counselor Nikki? Nope, can't hear you. Now say something else. I don't know what's going on with this technology. Hey, I can hear you now. How was your month? Yes. How was it? Still can't hear you, baby. We're gonna have you drop one more time and come on back. StreamYard, y'all gonna hear from me today. Okay, because you tripping.
For real.
Nope. Go ahead and drop and come back. I know, right? Makes drives you crazy, but what can you do? It's technology.
Technology is one of those unpredictable.
Yes, it's very unpredictable. I
Definitely.
know it's them data centers. I'm gonna blame everything on them data centers.
Oh,
Girl.
I
Yeah,
mean,
the
from
data
what I've
center.
heard,
Yes, yes. But let me finish up with our morning. I need to remind our listening audience. Please drink your 16 ounces of what? Water first thing in the morning. Take your morning medication and your vitamins, and of course, eat you a delicious, healthy breakfast. That's the best way to start your day every single day. Start it on a good note. Water, meds, vitamins, and breakfast. In that order. In that order. Anywho, anyhow, good evening, our family and friends down there on TikTok. Hey, y'all. All right, let's go ahead and hop into these affirmations now. I'm filling in for Miss Morningstar, but I have affirmation cards, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shuffle the deck and pull five
oh,
out. The first one says, "Today I am persistent. Today nothing will stop me from accomplishing my goals. Nothing will stand in the way of my happiness." Amen.
that's
Nothing,
a good one to live by.
isn't it? The second one we have is today I will not give in. Today I will not allow negative thoughts or feelings to prevent me from achieving happiness. Happiness. You hear me?
Y'all need to say that before y'all go to work.
Exactly. You see what I sent you this morning?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah. I
got to
listened
see
to
it in
that
the
on my
morning.
way. Yeah, I listened to that on my way to work.
You
The
won't know
next
about
one.
listening. Oh God.
I know it's a mess. I am a mess, y'all. I can't help myself. Anyway, the next one is, today I am capable. Today I will accomplish every goal that I set for myself. Amen. I sure will. Next, we have, today I am powerful. Today I know that I have the power and wisdom to accomplish everything I choose to do.
I
Yes,
like all
yes.
of those.
And last but not least, today I am excited. Today is going to be the best day ever. I like these affirmations. There's positive affirmations to get us up and out and about. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That last one you could tell your kids in the morning.
Yes,
It's gonna
best
be
day
the best
ever.
day ever. Yeah.
So far, and tomorrow's going to be even better. Just remember, all you got to do is wake up. That's all you got to do.
Hey.
Wake up and get out there and enjoy your time, enjoy your day. All right, let's check one more time. Counselor Nikki, how you doing, baby?
Can you hear me now?
Oh yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Thank you,
Oh,
Jesus. We can hear you. We can hear.
Hallelujah.
It was that technology trying to take you out, baby.
yeah, I can't let it be great. I can't let it take me out.
Yes,
The
that's
devil did
right.
it.
The devil is busy, but look,
Busy, busy,
we
buddy.
are busier. Our God is busier, so I don't
Mhm.
even worry about the devil. All right, let's go ahead and hop into this weather. We got some beautiful weather coming this week. Holly Springs, today you have a high of 83, a low of 50. Feels like 82 during the day, 55 at night with a 7% chance of rain. Winds are out of the west northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's going to be a sunny day during the day and clear in the evening, a beautiful day. Humidity is moderate. Get out there and enjoy it. Go touch grass. Y'all know what I say. Touch grass, soaking that in that vitamin D. It's all about being healthy. Next, Memphis, Tennessee. Today you have a high of 85, a low of 53. Feels like 83 during the day, 59 at night, with a 6% chance of rain. Winds out of the northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy day during the day, and it's going to clear up at night. Humidity is moderate. Again, go outside, touch grass, enjoy this beautiful day. You are above ground versus below. You better enjoy that. Yes. H Town, Houston, hot Houston. Woo! Today we have a high of 91. Yes, a low of 68. Feels like 90 during the day, 70 at night with a 7% chance of rain. Winds out of the north and northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's going to be a sunny day, clear evening, hot. Yeah, hot. Let's go ahead and say that. Humidity is moderate during the day and high at night. Again, touch grass outside. Take your shoes off, take your socks off, go into grass feels good on my feet. So go step in that grass, close your mind, and breathe and let that sun envelop you. And that is your weather for today. You get out there and enjoy this wonderful Wednesday. All right, let's go ahead and hop into some news that you can use. Baby, the news is newsing.
The news stays newsing.
Stays. You hear me? Stays newsing.
It don't take a break or nothing.
Nothing. Not one single break is taken. You guys out there on TikTok, please go ahead and share the live. I wanted to talk about this California financial analyst who stabbed his colleague over 40 times because he was sick of being micromanaged. Man.
Every job
What?
you get.
Every job. Okay, look. Let's break it on down. Now, it's a job. So you're not supposed to go there and make friends. You're supposed to go there, do what you need to do to make the money for your family and go home. Y'all don't have to be friends. However,
Okay.
micromanaging people to the point where they want, please don't laugh. Lord, I'm so sorry, y'all. I've had a micromanaging manager, and I'm not even going to go into how I felt about that. Just know that, sir, you could have went to the got a boxing gym and went out there and worked out your aggression. Now you're in a cell.
What are those rooms called?
They got them rooms where you can go in and break stuff, with a sledgehammer, destruction room. I don't know what they're called.
Those.
But anything, boxing, you could have took a kickboxing class, anything. Sir, you did not have to go to work and stab your coworker 40 times.
There's something going on.
He went all the way left.
He went left.
Now you're going to prison.
Say it again, Nikki.
He went all the way left. There's got to be something else going on there.
It's something. I was going to say that too because if you're dealing with it day to day, then something sparked that or they was plotting. That last straw happened, and then they plotted.
Let me read it to y'all before we make any judgment.
There's a story. Okay.
Oh, there's a story. All right. A financial analyst has had his insanity plea rejected after he fatally stabbed a coworker over claims the victim was micromanaging him. Stop laughing, Miss
You
Jack.
started with his insanity plea because you gotta be crazy. I'm gonna be quiet.
Rami Fahim, 30, confessed to the double unalivings of his coworkers, Griffin Como, 23, and a witness who lived with him, Jonathan Baum, also 23, in April 2022 at their apartment in Anaheim, California. Fahim had entered a not guilty by reason of insanity plea, which triggered a trial with the jury called on to decide if he was in fact legally sane. Hold on, Ms. Jack. I see you. The Orange County District Attorney's Office revealed last week that the jury concluded Fahim was sane. So you knew what you were doing. Okay, go ahead. Come on with the questions.
He went to their house.
Yeah. Miss Jack.
Because you said and the person he lived with, because I thought this happened at work. Then it said
he worked with the man who was 23. He's 30. I guess he said, "You're not gonna tell me what to do, little boy." And he went to his house and unalived him. Now I don't know if he unalived his roommate or whoever the man was, but according to the Orange County Register, the court heard how Fahim reached a breaking point after complaining that being micromanaged by Cuomo and growing increasingly angry about the assignments he was given while they both were employed at Pence Wealth Management in Newport Beach. Prosecutors told the court that colleagues had grown worried about his increasingly erratic behavior as well as his poor personal hygiene in the workplace.
Oh, damn it.
Miss Jack, now look.
So let me get this straight. So you had issues with your boss giving you too much work at a wealth management group. So y'all got money. Y'all ain't got nothing better to do. Anyway, then you didn't even smell good. Who was complaining about the body odor?
It does not say in this
The
article.
roommate?
Miss Jack, it does not say. But what it does say is he had poor personal hygiene in the workplace.
Ain't at work.
A powerful Black woman. Okay, so the roller pits allowed Fahim, originally from Egypt, to extend his visa and continue living in the United States. A building security guard had encountered Fahim on the victim's apartment complex roof at midnight on April 18th. 2 days before this, just hours before the murders. Fahim was seen on the same floor of the victim's apartment the morning of the murders. Oh,
he was on the roof the night before. So you just
what was you doing, sir?
You know what that means? That's why they found him sane, because he had multiple opportunities to change his mind. You on them people's roof.
That's premeditated.
Plotting and planning. Exactly.
Plotting and planning sound like to me.
And you done told the poor roommate you just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
He was at home.
Oh, yeah.
Where else he supposed to be at? He was at home. He was at home minding his own beeswax.
What time of the day was this?
It was at night. Okay, so local police confirmed that the officers had responded to reports of an in-progress assault in an apartment in the 2100 block of K. Cattell Avenue at approximately 6:50 a.m. that morning. They arrived to find Cuomo and Fahim both unalived inside the apartment. Was Fahim still at the scene?
He was still there.
He was still there.
He wanted them to see his work. He's like, I need y'all to see what I did. I did it.
You know what?
They gonna say he was crazy. That's what he thought.
We not gonna do this, Miss Jack. Show your work.
So he stayed there, and
why didn't nobody call when they see him on the roof? Like, why didn't nobody call that night? If I see somebody on my, I gotta call.
Well, the security guard saw him on the roof. He
wasn't securing nothing.
Had him arrested for trespassing. What you doing on these people's roof?
That part.
That should have been sign number one, but it didn't happen. So let me finish. Fahim allegedly intended to unalive Cuomo. Oh, Lord, I can't. Decapitate him and dispose of the head separately while leaving the body in a dumpster destined for a landfill. What's wrong with him, Lord? What's wrong with him? Don't laugh, Miss Jack. Miss Jack, go on here if you're going to be laughing.
Wait a minute. This story went in 3 different wrong directions. Like,
where was the head gonna be?
We don't know. I guess he was gonna take the head with him.
And do what?
I don't know. He
should have got that plea. He should have got that.
He should have took whatever they
He should have, because you had in their mind things I'm gonna go ahead and, but that was planning, so I would have to say premeditation.
Premeditation. That's why they found him sane. Like, sir, you did a lot of wrong to say I didn't know what I was doing.
A whole lot of wrong.
A lot.
Melbo said, Jeffrey. Yeah. Melbo, I'm sick of you. All right, don't you start today, Melbo. However, according to the Register, this alleged plan was thrown off by Baum's presence and his decision to contact police. Fahim stabbed both men more than 40 times. Baby, if you own it, it's 2 of y'all.
That's what I was about to say. I'm about to say.
One, and y'all, you know how to fight.
Neither one of y'all can't fight.
Neither one of y'all can fight. It's
even if you couldn't fight.
Your house.
Even
y'all
if the one that
pick up stuff.
The one that couldn't fight could have held him and let the other boy.
Ain't no way 2 people we're getting stabbed. No, we're not.
Not together. Not while we're in close proximity. One of us is minking because you know. You must have just stood there.
Where did you just stand there?
Over 40 times each.
Okay.
He snuck one of them. He had to sneak one of them because there's no way you was looking at me and I watched you do that to and then the other
To
person.
him, and I'm gonna still be standing. I need more information how this went down. Because
they no way.
Look. Y'all need to learn how to fight in self-defense classes for everybody, not just women, men too, because these two babies, 23, they was babies.
You don't have to fight to hit somebody with something, frying pan or something.
It's your house. Y'all got
hot stuff.
Every opportunity. He don't know where your pots and pans are at.
Maybe he got one of them while they was asleep, right? And
but you didn't hear
it was at night.
You didn't hear nobody screaming?
You didn't hear nobody come in your house? Like, no. Even if I was, I'm gonna get hit and I'm out.
I'm trying to piece that together.
All right, let me finish before we go to break.
Oh, I thought it was finished.
Police subsequently discovered a tarp. It gets worse. Every time I read more, it gets worse. Discovered a tarp and a shovel in his vehicle alongside evidence revealing. If you laugh one more time, Miss J, that's you go on mute if you're going to be laughing because this ain't funny. Start over. You put yourself on mute, ma'am. Police subsequently discovered a tarp and a shovel in his vehicle alongside evidence revealing that Fahim had documented a plan to blame a prior schizophrenic diagnosis if he were apprehended. Fahim, I'm
not it the crazy story.
The violence carried out in that apartment was not an act of insanity, blasted Orange County DA Todd Spitzer in a statement. He carefully calculated how to gain access to his victim's apartment building, waiting for hours on the roof until he had the perfect opportunity to ambush his victims and execute a witness in the hopes of getting away with all of it. That's true. A mental illness defense should not be used as an attempt to escape accountability by defendants who are very much sane when they engaged in horrific acts of violence. And when we have the facts to refute those claims of insanity, we will ensure justice is served. Fahim entered a guilty plea on 2 counts of first-degree murder, along with special circumstances, allegations of lying in wait, multiple murders, and murder to avoid arrest in connection with bombs unaliving.
So he pled guilty after all that planning.
It's been since 2022. So he's facing 2 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole, and is scheduled to be sentenced on Wednesday, May 13th. Today.
That's what he deserved because
he deserves one.
That's not schizophrenic. People who are in a psychotic break cannot do all that.
They're not going to do all that planning. You're not going to have a tarp and a shovel and plan to decapitate on the roof. On the roof,
waiting
hours.
Got your stamina. That's crazy.
Did I tell you not to laugh anymore?
That is real crazy.
Anyway, let's go ahead and take a break. That was a story that I
wow.
It's a good way to put that. Wow. Let's go to break. You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The community connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
Welcome to Compassion Counseling and Training Services, LLC, where healing takes flight. I am Nicole Wiley, licensed independent clinical social worker, and we empower children, individuals, families, and couples through individualized therapy via telehealth. Using evidence-based approaches like CBT and mindfulness, we help clients build resilience and rediscover their wings. If you're ready to begin your journey, Visit CompassionCounselingAndTrainingServices.com.
At Lovership Apparel, we believe what you wear should remind you of who you are. This is where love meets style. From our signature beautiful hoodies created to remind you to show up as your full authentic self, to our bold her shirts designed for women who know their worth and wear it proudly. Lovership Apparel is more than clothing, it's a movement. Our comfortable confidence-boosting leggings move with you, while our statement backpacks carry your essentials and your purpose wherever life takes you. Every piece is intentionally designed to inspire self-love, confidence, and authenticity, because you deserve to wear something that speaks life into you. Whether you're stepping out, showing up, or standing firm in who you are, Lovership Apparel is made for you. Visit lovershipapparel.com and wear the reminder, be you to the fullest.
Carter's Caring Hands is here to serve the communities here in Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, Battle Creek, as well as Southfield, Michigan. We also go out into the unhoused community, serve the community with care bags. Low-income families, our senior citizens, and our veterans with fresh food baskets each and every day, because no one should choose medication over food. We are here to serve you. Your community is our community, and our community is one community. From our hands to your hand.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. That was an interesting story.
Interesting is the word.
Interesting. It really was. I feel sorry for the family. Anytime somebody loses their life at the hands of somebody else, it's tragic. And
Yeah.
I really hate that for those two young men. They're young, 23 years old, taken out. And for what? Because he was upset and he didn't want to wash his tail, and micromanaging, sometimes
Now,
you do have to be careful with people.
I was going to say that.
You never know what they're going through.
I was going to say that because there are some bosses out there. I have one the only other job I had after I retired. We have one, and she wasn't micromanaging, but she just wasn't good at the position, and she made people feel like we knew more than she did. She was not a good leader. She didn't listen. She just wasn't good at her job. So when you're dealing with stress, the type of stress that we had, and then you have somebody that you feel like is either piling too much on you, which they did that, and then they're not managing properly is a problem, aside from micromanaging. And she just was horrible. So she finally got fired, but she made other people quit. People quit because of her before that. So sometimes it's, how people say it's not the job, it's the people. That's absolutely true.
It is. And if you can find a place that you don't have someone breathing down your neck and just work, because I think I'm very loose when it comes to my employees. Look, come in, do your job. I'm not about to sit over your shoulder when you have a deadline. I don't want to hear. The worst thing you can tell me is I didn't know how to do it, and you've had a week or two to turn in an assignment. Then I know that I'm gonna have to micromanage you and stay on time.
Go ahead.
You're confident in your work, and you know what you're doing. If you've given this power to a 23-year-old who has not had any experience and doesn't know how to do anything, they're going to overcompensate by micromanaging or by picking out people and poking them until because they know they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
My question is, how much time does the person that's micromanaging, how much time do you have to do your own job? How hard are you working on your job? If you have the time to micromanage me and everybody else in this office, clearly your job must be real easy.
That part. Because if you're busy micromanaging me, what about your responsibilities? I don't have that much time. I think we're all adults, and we're seasoned. So if you've been in the industry long enough, or you've been doing what we do, you should know how to manage yourself.
Exactly.
And I've never had anybody micromanage, because I sometimes you have to tell them up front, I don't do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. If somebody feels like, oh, you're being insubordinate for you telling them where your boundary is, you need to find you another job.
Right. Right. Absolutely. I didn't have to micromanage in the Army. We had some people like that, but it undermines the soldiers.
It does.
How do I know if they can get it done if I'm breathing down their neck every second? They got to be able to work without me. So if I give you the opportunity to do it, you show me that you can do it. That means I don't have to check behind you and breathe down your neck. That just defeats the purpose, because you don't even know if they can do it properly, because you're watching them all the time.
And you're telling them they don't have the power to have their own creative
freedom
to do what they need to do. Maybe they can come up with a better process than you can, but you're so busy thinking that your way is the only way, not realizing that you don't have all the answers. If you did, you wouldn't be working for somebody.
Exactly.
Now, I will tell you somebody who needs to be micromanaged, a group of people, them people in the White House, that man with them orange, them black hands and them swollen ankles and that leprosy on his neck and that diaper, that cat, he needs to be micromanaged.
They don't need to be micromanaged. They need to be fired, because
they need to be micromanaged all the way to prison.
With that, they can be micromanaged in prison, but we would have to assume that they know how to do the job correctly to watch them do it. They
not
can't.
Not them DUI hires.
But that's who I was thinking about. Said, sometimes they don't know what they're doing, so they overcompensate.
At all.
They just got this
Pete Keg's breath. Look at Pete. Pete Keg's breath started a whole. BB told him, "Yeah, let's go to war." And I can see Pete Keg's breath. Yeah, man, let's go. And not even thinking, why are we going to war with Iran? They ain't done nothing to us. Well, what are we gaining from that? And then, the man with the black hands, he gonna talk about, well, it's good that they closed down the Strait of Hormuz because now people can buy oil from Texas. Why did we tax? Why, Lord?
What?
I've had enough. Yeah. Yes.
Who said that?
You know who said it.
Why did they let him talk to people?
Said it.
Why did they let him talk so freely? And what is wrong with the people that really irk my soul the most are the media.
Yeah.
Like
that act like it's normal.
Bring you back to the day he called the black lady stupid or whatever he said.
And mumbled under his breath, he called her a B.
The B word, baby.
I would have said your bald-headed mammy.
What? All the words I would have given that man on TV live, because I knew I was about to be fired. It would have been bleeped out so bad. But that's the media problem. They don't like to ask follow-up questions. They don't like to say, what does that even mean? That don't make no sense. That's what they need to
Hold on. I got a story for you, honey.
Oh, Lord.
Some of the media, now this one is kind of funny because I was kind of taken aback because, Frumpy went off on his favorite station, his favorite channel. His homeboys at Fox.
Oh.
He said, lie, and lie again. Trump melts down over Fox's Jackie Heinrich after she let a Democrat call him an Epstein enabler on live TV. Woo, he went off. Good. Frumpy went after Fox host Jackie by name in a furious live social post early on May 10th, slamming her for letting a Dem call him an Epstein enabler during a live interview. The president that man, because he ain't nobody's president, spent Mother's Day rage posting and targeting. Yes, rage posting on Mother's Day.
Every holiday.
He don't care nothing about no holidays. If we're not celebrating him, he don't care. Rage posting and targeting Heinrich after she hosted California Democrat Ro Khan, who he accused of lying consistently. Khan didn't hold back, hitting Trump where it hurts, namely his ties to Jeffrey Epstein and the economy. According to the Daily Beast, Khan kicked off the interview by blaming Trump for rising gas and food prices. Where's the lie?
Then
dropped that E-bomb. He people don't like the fact that we're in a war in Iran. The Trump administration hasn't released the e-files. He said, as the primary sponsor of the e-files Transparency Act, Khan has been pushing for the release of those documents, which have been a thorn in Trump's side for years. Yeah, I bet. But Khan didn't stop there. He pivoted to trade, calling out Trump for letting Chinese steel flood U.S. ports. When I was in Cleveland at the port of Cleveland, I was horrified to see Chinese steel there, Khan told Heinrich. Why aren't we getting that from the Cleveland Cliffs or an American steel company? Why, Frumpy? I thought it was America first. Yeah.
He said he did not care how Americans are living. He said
I don't care.
He said that today or yesterday.
Yeah.
They were asking him about Iran, and he was like, "I don't really care about the financial situation in the United States. I don't care. I just care about Iran and this WAR, this foolishness." He did. And they're not going to hear it. The people that need to hear it are going to be like, "Well, that's not what he was saying." You know, that's all that is. But the media, he always mad with the media. Anybody that tells the truth, what did you ask that lady to do? You think she was just supposed to jump up and, "No, not my president. He would never, da, da, da." He wants everybody to do that. So she didn't do that, and he jumped on and made a whole post about her because his skin is tissue thin.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It's sad to me because I don't like how he bullies people and nobody says nothing about it. Like he says stuff that he said of a 5-year-old. He calls people names all the time. He is so far presidential that it's sad at this point. It's so
There's
I want
no
him to say the right one, though. I really do.
You what?
I want him to say something to the right one.
What? We won't hear
it. Say
something
to me.
We won't hear it. We won't see it.
I want him to say something to me so I can go off. I don't care about what can he do? Anyway, let me read y'all what he said. He said, this is what he put on Live Social. The sleaze bag radical left. Didn't his wife Melangerie said stop calling names?
Did anyway,
she? Yeah, she said it a couple weeks ago. We need to show empathy.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, the sleaze bag radical left congressman from the failed state of California, ain't nothing failed except him. Khan should not be allowed on Fox News unless you have an anchor who is capable of disputing his lies one after another and closing down his fake BS. He actually said the word narrative. He is similar but worse than Hakeem Jeffries, only with a somewhat higher IQ. Okay. He should never even mention IQ. Dude, you are the dumbest ever.
He has got to be 7 at this point. He has got to be somewhere along 7.
-7. That is the dumbest person in the world.
That's how people do. It's deflection.
He said this morning he tried on behalf of he said Democrats. Sir, stop projecting, okay? To take credit for the steel industry pouring back into the U.S., knowing full well that the dumbs virtually destroyed it and I saved it through strong tariffs. This man is the dumbest person in the world. Our country was dead during the first administration, and now it's hotter than ever before. Hotter?
They swear we got the hottest country like it's a club, like it's the nightclub. We got the hottest restaurant. We got the hottest country. We have turned into... Sir, hush. That lets you know.
How are you hotness, sir?
7.
-7. Maud, I called her Melangerie. Anyway, let me finish. It said we can't allow the Democrats. Oh man, hold on. We can't allow the Democrats to take credit for this. If elected, they will fully destroy our thriving and now very respected nation. I will not, in all caps, let that happen. Sir, what you gonna do?
I mean,
nothing.
So you made this whole post to berate
on Mother's Day.
Jesus Christ. He couldn't even make Easter about Easter. And you berated this lady because he only does that to women or Democrats. Women, any woman
Always.
or Democrat men and women.
You're right, Melbo.
But
Always.
you didn't get a what is the goal you want? You just wanted to talk junk. Like
That's
the
it.
man is a petulant child and he calls people low IQ and he got the lowest. He insults. You know, they insults are distractions when you don't have the right word or you don't have the proof or the research and the facts. You just start calling people now, well, you ugly. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, at this point, we all know that the man with the black hands is an idiot. But
Yeah.
and it's one that we have come to know, and unfortunately, I don't want to say that we're complicit with it. I'm just going to say that
Not
we come.
us.
Well, we aren't, of course not. But I'm going to say that his people, the people that believe him, will believe anything. I wish they come and buy this mansion from me on the Gulf, this big mansion on the Gulf, because they'll believe anything.
That you
Anywho,
bought with your SNAP and I mean
with my
your
snap, yeah,
assistant, your government assistants bought you that mansion, so you shouldn't be living there. They should.
yeah. Them people are simple, and they are led by the dumbest person in the world. Anyway, let's get into this asthma and food allergies awareness, because y'all know RFK, we are on our own.
Flo, we really got a man that don't even. When you say vaccines, when you turn the country, not the country, when you turn the Trumpsters against vaccines, just with because it's the group that you like saying it, you didn't try to get any facts. You didn't look at the history of vaccines.
Oh, now you know them people don't. They can't
You
read.
just
They not gonna do. Half of them. Let me. Half of them don't have an
then
education
oh,
to even understand
tea.
why why they need vaccines. Half of them don't understand. Half of them don't. It's so. We have a group of people in this country who just aren't as smart as others, and
Yeah, but some of them are allergic to learning. There's a difference between not being smart and then willfully not learning something. You know better. You know.
Where
who says that they
they're
go
all
ahead?
in so deep that it's a part of who they are now. So they
Yeah,
can't turn back. Even if they know that what's being said is not correct, they gotta uphold it because I can't turn back who I am at this point.
yeah, they
And
don't
that's
want to make themselves look bad at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've
the ego.
I've lied for him and accepted all his crazy for years and made excuses for him. I got to save face still. I'm still gonna, even though he is driving this economy, the people, he said he don't care nothing about, he wasn't talking about me. He cares about me. He don't care about you, Billy Bob. He does not.
Inflation hit 3.8 today.
Mm, mm, mm.
And they're talking about getting rid of SSRIs for depression.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I have never in my life seen a country who wants their citizens to unalive.
Right.
They trying to mail pew pews. They trying to allow you to mail a pew pew through the mail and take your medication for mental health. So what are we going to have?
And your
Right.
insurance can't get therapy, you can't get no medicine. So now what?
Well,
Disaster.
that's why people are doing the things that they do. Y'all better stay safe, wear your mask, and always stay strapped.
Mhm.
That's
Know the
all I
laws.
tell
When
you.
you cross state lines, know what the different laws are. Well,
Mhm.
defend yourselves.
Yeah. Well, you should always be able to defend yourself no matter what state line or whatever. If it's
Mhm.
gonna be me or you, I got things to do tomorrow.
It sure ain't gonna be me, baby. I promise you, you ain't gonna be the one to stand out.
The same.
Okay. May is
So
National Asthma and Allergy Awareness Month, designated by the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America, to raise awareness during peak symptom season. So I guess May is peak symptom season.
Yeah.
April in Georgia had to be, because that's when the pollen kicked in a high gear. So April to May. And it talks about the awareness. It focuses on education, improving management, and reducing triggers for the millions affected. World Asthma Day is also observed in May. My cousin has asthma. I have a couple people in my family that have asthma, and asthma is very, very, very serious. People can pass away from an asthma attack.
Breathing.
Yes, because it stops their breathing. They can't breathe normally. So it's very important to make sure you have. One thing I'm going to talk about later is an action plan. So
yes, I this year, well, no, last year my child I have asthma and allergies really bad, and they said they usually run together. If you got one, you usually have the other. Come to find out, the mother passes her immune system to the child.
Yep.
And so my child has it too. And so, like you said, the asthma action plan is super important. But it's not even only during this time of year. It's when it's cold outside. Get a simple cold, sometimes it can trigger the asthma. So it's very important to know the symptoms, to know the signs, and to get help early so you can come up with a plan and have what you need at home.
I agree with that 1,000%. And yes, I have cousins, and I had asthma when I was younger. I grew out of it, but now that I'm getting older, I can feel it. They put me, back on the pump, and when it gets really bad. But you have to. I'm glad that we're talking about this, especially since there's pollutants in the air. Go ahead.
You say glutens or pollutants?
Pollutants.
Pollutants. I'm like, gluten is in the air too. Some of y'all gluten free. Anyway, trigger management. May is a high risk time for asthma flare-ups due to spring pollen and allergies. And then the 2026 campaign highlights the urgent need for access to anti-inflammatory reliever inhalers. So I have some options for emergency urgent access for the people that don't maybe have theirs on hand, or they run out and they can't afford it. Pharmacy emergency supply. A pharmacist can often provide an emergency supply of your usual prescription inhaler if you cannot reach your doctor. I did not know that, because I do not have an inhaler, and I never knew that. Urgent care centers, which I did know urgent care would. These centers can assess your symptoms, diagnose, and provide a prescription for inhalers, because they do have doctors on hand at urgent cares. And then emergency room, if you experience a severe asthma attack, which is the inability to speak, blue lips, severe breathing difficulty, go to the emergency room immediately. I think they're going to do a little more to you when you get there, because they have like the breathing treatments. My cousin used to have breathing treatments, and it was this little, some of the babies have it too.
Nebulizer.
The nebulizer, and they drop the little drops in there, and they have you breathe on it. I don't know what it does, but those are some.
It opens up their airways.
Yeah.
It opens up their airways. I had to do that for my son for about 3 years. He was born with asthma. So yeah, I breathe, and you can tell that, a child has it from their discoloration of their eyes. And I could tell from when I needed to give him a breathing treatment from the way he was breathing, it would be labored. So I'd have to put the little mask on and drop the drops in, and he'd breathe it in, and yeah.
That always scared me.
Yeah, the air can't move in and out of the lungs. It's harder when you're in a flare up, tight or swollen, the bronchioles, and so that's why you're not getting enough oxygen. That's why you might see some discoloration and stuff like that, because you're not getting the oxygen that you need, which is what the pumps do and stuff. They make your chest open up so you can breathe.
Now, see, my mom, she had COPD, and she had an inhaler, and she was oxygen dependent as well. So the inhaler she would take in the morning. We give her 2 puffs in the morning. That was it for the day. And the doctor said that would, open up her lungs first thing in the morning so she could breathe freely throughout the day. So I did know that part.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, but before we go, Maud said, right, I'm supposed to also do hers 3 times a day. There's no supposed to, Maud. Big Sis is telling you, you're going to do your treatments 3 times a day. Stop playing with us, Maud. We ain't, look.
Puff.
Puff, puff.
Puff.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Maud.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Maud. Stop playing. All right, let's go to break. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The Community Connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
What's up, everybody? Scott Cologne, District Attorney and candidate for the United States Senate for the great state of Mississippi. I had a great time talking about my campaign with the crew at the Community Connection morning radio show. I'm running because Mississippi matters. Our families are paying more for less, and our rural hospitals are under serious threat. I spent my career fighting for my community, and I'll bring that same fight to Washington. Folks in the Holly Springs area and the worldwide should check out our convo and visit cologneforsenate.com because Mississippi matters.
This is Transformation Training Academy. If you're someone that people walk up to and just talk to and tell all their business to and they don't know you, this is your sign. If you're ready to level up, Transformation Training Academy is ready for you. Coach Nikki and Counselor Nikki push you past your limits into your purpose. We help you break patterns, build confidence, and create real change. Your breakthrough isn't someday, it's today. Contact us at info@thetransformationtrainingacademy.com.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mara Keller, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel and candidate for Congress in Georgia's 3rd District. Now, I'm running because too many decisions in Washington are being made without listening to the people that they affect, whether it's public safety, veterans care, education, or protecting our constitutional rights. These aren't partisan issues. If you believe our government should work for everyday Americans and not special interests, I invite you to stand with us. Your donations help keep this grassroots campaign people-powered. Every donation fuels our voter outreach, ads, and our shared fight for a better Georgia. Visit marakeller.com to donate today. Let's finally serve the people who send us to Washington. And a huge thanks to DJ Kitty Cat 50 for the energy and the spotlight. Let's keep pushing.
Hello, everybody. My name is Monica Meeks. I'm a wife, a mom, and a soldier for life. And I'm running for the 19th Judicial District Circuit Court Clerk for Montgomery and Robertson County in Tennessee. I am so grateful for Our Plug LLC for giving me an opportunity to share my platform and explain why I'm running for office. Early voting is July 17th through August 1st, with the final day of voting on August 6, 2026. I'm an independent candidate, and I appreciate your support.
You're locked in to WKRA 92.7, the voice of the community. And listen, 2026 is all about showing up and shining. That is why we rock with Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion meets confidence, purpose, and style. From everyday chic to head-turning statement pieces to some fly arm candy, Morningstar has it all. And while you're shopping, tap into the community. Discover Black-owned and minority-owned businesses at ourplugs.com. Also, check out MorningstarBoutiqueByTam.com, where your light owns your style.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. Today we're talking with Mrs. Jack and Counselor Nikki on asthma and food allergy awareness. Let's pick right back up, ladies.
So one of the main resources for care is focuses placed on developing an asthma action plan, medication management, and educating school staff on pediatric care. For an asthma action plan is a personalized written worksheet developed with your healthcare provider that outlines how to manage your asthma daily and respond to changing symptoms. There is actually like PDFs that you can download, and it's a fillable one so that you can sit down with your doctor and fill out your asthma action plan and hand it out to people so that people know. You give it to the schools for your children, wherever they may go, if they're doing sports, wherever they may go, that they're out of your eyesight and somebody may need to help them in case they have an asthma attack.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
And then some of the symptoms to look for asthma is coughing, wheezing, fast breathing, or even in children, if they kind of sit down and get withdrawn and quiet, then they may be experiencing a tightness in their chest. And that also could show that they need some help with something. I know for my child, it's more of the coughing, or that she has a hard time. She can't stop coughing. And so she knows, hey, if I'm at school and I start coughing like that, I got to go down to the nurse and get my inhaler, because they don't allow them to have it on them. She has her plan. The nurse has it. She has it at daycare. She has it at school, and she has it at home. So the doctors will write prescriptions for everywhere you need the child to be.
Yes.
So
because you can't live without it. So it's mandatory that you have several.
No, I'm saying that I didn't know that they didn't allow it on the child's person while they're in school, so they have to go to the nurse to get it. Yeah. I did not know that.
Yeah, any medication.
Yeah, any medication at all. You have to update the plan at least once a year. But if it changes, you have to update everybody. And the specialist will usually give you the sheets, fill it out, give it to you, and give you enough copies for everything. They give you the original. They don't make copies of it. They give you however many originals you need.
Yeah. So some of the core components of the plan that we're speaking about is your personal information, name, emergency contact, doctor's direct number, which is very important. The specifics for the medication, the exact dosages and the names, administration frequency, meaning how many times you're supposed to have it, like 3 times a day, mod. For both the maintenance and the rescue inhaler. So there's a maintenance and a rescue inhaler. What are the difference, Nikki? Because I don't know what that means.
So the maintenance inhaler is the one that you're going to take all the time. It's that bad, and there are different medications in it. So the one that you're going to take all the time is going to be a steroid, but not as heavy as the one that you're going to use to rescue. Rescue means I've been triggered, and those symptoms are worsening, and I probably need to go see somebody. I'm starting to wheeze. I can't breathe, and that's the rescue. That's going to be enough of a steroid to open up your bronchioles so you can breathe again.
Okay.
Yeah, and even when you do take that rescue, your next step should be going to urgent care, emergency room. So if you have to take your rescue, you need to go see a medical professional. Even if you start feeling better, you still need to go.
Yeah. To see what caused it, maybe.
Yep. And if you're taking, you might need a different prescription, because if you're taking rescue more than you need to, like it's your regular one, then that you might need a new prescription.
You might need to tune up the maintenance one. Then it might need to be stronger.
Right.
Okay. Something else you need to know in the plan should be your personal triggers. Identified environmental factors like pollen, dust mite, smoke, whatever is personal to you that trigger. Peak flow metrics. So your target personal best peak flow numbers to calculate zone thresholds if you're using a meter. I guess some of them have the metered inhalers. I know that they get set to a certain setting. Does it stay on that setting?
Well, the one that I get it from the pharmacist, and it's already set, and they just tell me 1 or 2. So I don't have to fool with that. And nobody typically, I don't know of anybody who ever has.
Okay. My mom's oxygen tank was the same way.
It's got it on there in the window already, and they just tell you to take 2 puffs, however, or 1 puff, however often.
Okay. All right. So y'all heard that. Some stuff. I'm asking questions so y'all know. And I know. Who needs a copy? That's very important. Okay. Once you customize it with your doctor, your family, distribute printed copies to ensure immediate access during a flare-up. Keep a copy in a highly visible place at home, preferably the refrigerator, which is the known location for, notes, memos, family pictures, but tell everybody where it is so that they know. Provide copies to your school nurses, your teachers and daycare providers, like y'all said, everywhere that they need to be. Everybody needs to have one. Share copies with sports coaches, after school staff, and family members. So if that you go to stay with your one auntie all the time, auntie needs to have one. If you go visit a different one, take your stuff with you and give it to them so they'll have it. And review and update it with your physician at least once a year, like Nikki said.
And don't be afraid to talk to your children about it, no matter how old they are.
Yes.
They can understand, because my child can tell you exactly what, if she's supposed to have the blue one or the red one when certain things happen. And she'll say, I need to go to the nurse because I got to go get this. And she'll go tell them what she needs. So, and she started, they diagnosed her at 5. They said they usually do it till 6, but she was able to do the test. So they went on ahead and did it. But don't be afraid to talk to them, because they understand way more than you think they do. And that will save their life.
Absolutely.
Especially when it's about their life. You want your child to know as much as they can about their bodies, their symptoms, what their triggers are. And hey, my mommy said this, but I also know this,
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Also with food allergies, we're thinking about allergies, because allergies can trigger the asthma. So think about food allergies for adults and for kids, right? Like, let's say you're allergic to peanuts, and so they say there's nothing in here, but things can be cross-contaminated, so you don't always know. So it's the same thing about that. Know your body, know your symptoms and your signs that something's going on, and have what you need with you. They now
go ahead.
Instead of that pen, that pen that they were using, the EpiPen. They have it where they can put it in your nose now, instead of you having to stick yourself with the EpiPen.
God.
Oh, I didn't know that.
God.
I know. I see them do Narcan. I know that goes in your nose, but I didn't know that they have the EpiPen that can go in your nose now.
It's just like Narcan. Yep, it's just like Narcan. You can stick it up there, give yourself a few puffs, and it'll do the same thing without needing that pen, because that can be scary too for kids if something happens outside of the house.
Yeah. Because if I have to jab myself with a needle, I might not make it, because I hate needles.
Baby, you better jab yourself.
You're going to do it if you have to.
You're going to do it if you have to.
If I'm by myself, I will have to,
You will have to. You're going to have to put on your big girl panties and go on and pop it real quick. Mine said, room full of people with different cologne triggers me. Even with the mask on a few times, I've had to leave church. That happened to me at work one time.
What?
I hate this lady. I don't even know. This lady would bathe. I swear she would bathe in Fendi perfume, and I hate. It's a trigger. It would trigger my asthma. I would have to leave. I couldn't even go on their floor. And I told them, I can't. I'm allergic. Something is in that perfume. I cannot stand the smell of it. She must not like me, because I swear after I said that to HR, she started wearing it every day and would bathe in it. And I would have to go home because I would have an allergic reaction. Like I can't breathe. So I get what you said, what you mean, Maude, when you say perfume. To this day, I don't like this woman. I still don't.
2 to 3 puffs, y'all. Sprays.
A lot of jobs used to have that in their dress code, that you could not, a lot of hospitals especially, that you could not wear fragrances because it could trigger someone's allergy.
Yes.
As they should.
Yes.
Good. Since we are on food allergies, May is also Food Allergy Awareness Month, a dedicated time to educate the public about the 33 million Americans including 1 in 13 children living with potentially life-threatening food allergies. The ones I know that are life-threatening, which all of them probably could be, but the most popular are peanuts and seafood, like shrimp, like the seafood allergies.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them like close people's throats. It
Yeah.
reacts bad and it reacts quickly. So,
and some of it is not even eating it, ingesting it. Some of it
touching it.
touching it.
Yeah.
And
My friend has a tomato allergy. If she even touched tomatoes, like I never heard of that.
That's
Yeah,
horrible.
it's citrus. And you know,
She
some
probably
go ahead.
she probably can never eat at a burger joint because they cross contaminate all the time.
She rarely does. She has to ask them a lot of questions, or they have to make her food separately. And she said sometimes she just orders certain things that take a chance.
Yep. Go ahead.
Their gloves and stuff, because all that can
Yeah.
So it's really scary if you have a food allergy to eat out.
It is.
Some of the mild symptoms are itchy mouth or throat, hives or skin rashes, stomach pain, nausea or diarrhea, sneezing or runny nose, and then mild swelling of the lips or face. So those are mild, moderate. Yeah.
Your lips.
Yeah, the lips or closing of your eyes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And then some
severe. You don't know what it is.
Which is anaphylaxis, is trouble breathing.
Yeah.
Swelling of the tongue or throat, vomiting, dizziness or fainting, or sudden anxiety or sense of doom.
Mm-hmm.
So those are some of the severe symptoms of allergies when you're allergic reaction to something.
Go ahead.
Well, okay. So the key behaviors for education focuses on reading food labels and avoiding cross-contamination. Mm-hmm. But did you know roughly 90% of the allergic reactions are caused by 8 common foods?
What foods are they?
Milk. I won't have that problem. Eggs, fish, shellfish, tree nuts, peanuts, wheat, and soybeans.
Yeah.
So they triggered the majority of 90% of the allergic reactions, which is wow to me. But to diagnose a food allergy accurately, medical professionals use a combination of clinical history and validated testing. So I'm going to go over a few of the testings and then I'll pass it back to Nikki. So these tests are typically performed or ordered by an allergist. A couple weeks ago, I had to go to do this, and it was a 3-day appointment, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So on Monday, I go in. I had to, lift my shirt up, and they put these stickers along my back, 3 rows. It was like 36 substances that they put on my back in these little circles. They had to draw all over it because I was diagnosed with atopic dermatitis and allergic dermatitis. So we needed to know what was causing everything. And when I tell you it started itching right then, whatever they put over here was itching immediately. So I had to go all day Monday.
You had to keep it on?
Yeah.
Yes. I couldn't even wash my back. So here I am in the shower, washing the front, washing around, not turning around because I'm usually doing a 360 a lot of times in the shower. So I just made sure I had to keep it on. They put tape over it, but they drew on me. So Wednesday was the day to take them off. Not to put cream on, though, just to take them off, take the stickers off and rewrite numbers if they smeared, So I'm still itching on high, like a lot of the spots are itching. Friday was the day the doctor came in and read the ones that reacted and matched it with the substances and printed me all these sheets and about this is what you're allergic to. And then they could finally put some
cream on it,
cortisone and stuff on my back. Yes.
I wonder if they can do that for kids. Can they do that for kids, Nikki?
Yes, and Addison actually had that done, but it wasn't that. They didn't make her go 3 days. I had the 3-day one done. You couldn't eat corn, you couldn't eat certain things because they wanted to make sure. But with her, they had a allergy, some Zyrtec that was dissolved. So they did exactly what you said. They lined everything up. They wrote on her back, and then they stuck her with the substances, put some in there with like a pad with different things in it.
With needles?
Yeah, but I don't think it hurts because I had it done before too. It didn't really bother her. She can't see what they're doing. So
yeah,
they just, stuck her. It would have like a panel of needles that were like long, and then they would just go like this. And it was each of the things that they tested her for. And then they watched to see which stuff started, reacting. And I think some stuff started reacting, and then some was kind of reacted, but not really. So they went over to her arm and did some of those over there. And you had to stop taking your allergy medicine several days before you went in to make sure it was out of your system. And then they sat there and they talked to her a little bit. They left out. They come back, check it. They had this little bubble reader, and it says how big the bumps are, how many centimeters it is, and that's how allergic you are to stuff. So they came back and started doing that and jotting stuff down. And we were there for, I think, 6 hours or something. We was there for a long time. And then when they got done, she was having some reaction. I was telling them that she had food allergies. Well, with food allergies, it's a little bit different. So they sent her for blood, and they took blood and they tested her blood against different foods. What came up. And kiwis, the funny was one of them. She said her mouth always itches when she's eating kiwis, but she loved to eat them. And I never thought about it. A lot of us have, but we still eat them because it's just our mouth itching. But that's so
now pineapple itches, but I don't think people are allergic to pineapple. It's just fresh pineapple. Some of them will.
No, people are allergic.
You're allergic to it.
Oh well, I've never itched, but I know somebody said that they itch when they eat pineapple.
Somebody.
Not me, no.
Not me, but somebody. But yeah,
two of these tests that I was talking about. The one that your daughter got is called the skin prick test. And the doctor pricks your skin with a tiny amount of an allergen and waits 15 to 20 minutes to see if a raised red bump or wheal appears. Mine all were like the size of this
ballpoint.
This is my pen, but this is like the stylus part of the pen. So it was like all the way down my back, and it raised up a bump. And then there's an IgE blood test. This level measures the level of allergen-specific IgE antibodies in your blood, and then LabCorp will send them off to LabCorp offers these panels for common allergens like nuts, shellfish, milk, eggs. You have the oral food challenge. If other tests are inconclusive, you may be asked to eat the suspected food in a clinic equipped with emergency medications like epinephrine. Now, what I'm not going to do
is give it to myself.
Let's just try. Let's see if you croak. No, ma'am.
Let me ask you, if you're allergic to milk and somebody cooks with milk in it, can you still eat that?
No.
No? Oh, okay. I know. I'm learning.
I'm not allergic to milk. I'm lactose intolerant, so I have.
Me too. We both can't. No,
I'm not gonna make it if you. The elimination diet is another test. So, under medical guidance, you remove the suspected food from your diet for 2 to 4 weeks and slowly reintroduce them one by one to monitor your reaction. So, essentially, if watermelon was your trigger, you thought it was a trigger, you would stop eating it and then slowly eat it one day and see if it reacts. And if you had like 5 different ones, you wouldn't eat all 5 of them again. You would just do one by one to see if they react. The way she told me to test, she said, because we don't know what my skin is allergic to. Well, we do, but it can be found in a lot of things. So as far as like new lotions or creams, I have to put it in the inside of my arm. She said, day, if it breaks out, don't use it. Don't use it. I was like,
yeah, that's the skin test. Yeah. I was making skin products. I did that.
They use that elimination test with people for gluten, because if they can't figure out what's happening, they'll tell you to remove the gluten out of your diet, and then they'll tell you to start eating stuff little by little. That's how they started coming up with people being allergic to gluten. And wheat, stuff like gluten and wheat and stuff like that. That's a lot of times that elimination test to test for those things.
Oh, see, I didn't know that, because gluten is in bread, right? And I like bread. some breads. Now they have gluten-free this, gluten-free that, and a lot of people when they go to restaurants, they know now to ask the questions: do you have gluten-free? Do you have this free? Do you? Because some of y'all need to just stay home because the amount of things that some people are allergic to, it's like there's no way people can rearrange their kitchens to accommodate. Like the one where it's you can't have tomatoes and you don't know if it's cross contamination. Some people can't have pork or don't want to eat pork, but if you're in a busy kitchen and they're cooking beef, steak, pork,
you really don't know what you get, and other people are preparing your food. I would highly recommend that people go to the grocery store. I mean, who can afford to go eat out all the time anyway? Y'all know that man. Let me not get off track. Go ahead.
The way things are getting now, definitely, you need to stay at the house, grow your own stuff, and eat your own food.
We went to a sandwich place, right? Me and her, the one that's allergic to tomatoes, my neighbor, and she told them, and they said, "Well, hold on a second, because I have to complete these orders. I'm gonna get everybody before you." It was like 2 other people. She said, "Because I have to change my gloves for you." So she did all the other sandwiches, and then she took her gloves off, wiped everything down, and then made her sandwich. So some people are accommodating, and I like that they did that.
Yeah, that was really nice. Yeah.
Some folks
And you got to make those changes. Me myself personally, I just, I would prefer to eat at home. Simply because I don't want to take that risk. That's number one.
No. If it's one of those serious allergies, yes, especially peanuts.
Yes.
So many things are made with.
They won't even let you bring peanut products to the schools.
I heard that. And I think because children love sharing their snacks, you can't really monitor if they will slip them one.
Not even just that. And you're right about that. But not even just that. Some people, they don't want to risk if you smell it.
Exposed.
Some kids are exposed. So they just don't. You cannot bring anything. Like I wanted. Blake loves peanut butter, and I was gonna make him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for school. And he said, "Nana, I can't take that to school." And I was like, "Why?" He was like, "It's got peanuts on it." And I had to remember, he's not allergic, but there's plenty of kids that are. Fun fact:
they're not allergy. Yeah.
They don't even let you bring a lot of stuff to school no more. Like for parties and birthdays and stuff, you can't bring nothing, or they'll tell you specific things you can bring. Like bring some fruit snacks or some,
or
some goldfish or something.
Goldfish. That's not it. I hate that thing.
But you know what? I understand like the latex free stuff because latex is a big one as far as like touch allergies.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of lettuce whitening?
What is it?
Oh man.
Oh wow.
Powerful Black woman said, "Have we ever heard of lettuce whitening?" No. But I know that they actually darken red meat.
Yeah.
They use a dye for ground meat. They actually make it darker. Yes.
Doesn't it look old when it's darker?
I don't know, but they make it darker though.
I think they do that with salmon as well. They make it pink.
Yes, to make it pink.
I don't eat that.
I do. I love salmon, but I get mine fresh. She says, "I used to be a waitress in the 80s, and they used to get that use the whitening to get the brown stuff off of the lettuce." And it broke her out really bad. She sued the restaurant. I know that's right. I sued them too. But go ahead, Nikki.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
It is, but the mere fact that you're putting dye on food to make it look different, and some fruits,
That's creepy.
That is, but we have we got RFK.
Well, we about to have fewer regulations now. So.
I think they did that a lot after the pandemic because so much stuff was older. Like everything was sitting. Because remember, stuff was sitting out at sea, stuff was sitting in the warehouses, and they didn't want to throw a lot of that stuff away. And so I think a lot of people getting sick and stuff after that time and getting food poisoning was because they were serving us old stuff that they just doctored up.
Allegedly, but oh my goodness, I hope that ain't true. Because I'm upset just even thinking about it. Don't feed me nothing old.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not surprised at
And
all.
that's alleged because that's just me feeling like that's what's happening.
Yeah, allegedly, but I don't put nothing past nobody. You know, we in this administration.
Mm-hmm.
Sisters, we are at the end of the show. This was a good show. I hope people are learning and taking something from this. If you have, especially young children, I know we have kids, we have grandkids. Watch out for your kids because there's so much going on in the air, so much going on with our food.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention to how they are reacting to certain foods, certain pollutants in the air. Unfortunately, we don't have an administration that cares. He said he didn't care about us today.
Sure did.
That's what I'm just gonna have to go off of what he said. He said he didn't care.
We don't care about him neither. So
we do not. Final blink. Anyway, Miss Jack, any last words, please?
Please take people's allergies serious. If they tell you they have one, don't try to test it. And make sure your children have the asthma attack plan.
Yes, they have the
action plan. That's what it's called.
Yes. Mrs. Counselor Nikki is right at the end of the show. She's having
it lasted long.
It did last long. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, our listeners at WKRA 92.7 The Change. We appreciate you every time that you tune in. We hope that we are giving you some news that you can use, some information that can keep you grounded and help you throughout your day. You guys have a wonderful day. We will be back tomorrow with Political Tea with DJ and the Real Deuce Poppy. Please come on in. You know, they got news about this war, about that man with them black hands and that leprosy on his neck. And I hope they got something about melangerie. You know, she a hot mess as well. We will see y'all back in the morning at 9 a.m. Thank you for joining. Have a great day. Bye.
As we wrap up today's show, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, tapping in, and staying connected to your community.
Remember, this platform exists to uplift Black-owned businesses, nonprofits, creatives, and community leaders who are doing the work that moves us forward.
Make sure you support today's guests. Share the show. Stay plugged into our plugs because when we support each other, we all rise.
Until next time, keep believing, keep building, and keep shining. You've got this.
You've been listening to Our Plugs, the community connection where communities meet opportunity. We'll see you next time.